No center fielder, and that's what Stiegel saw, and of course that's what Vargas saw. Stiegel took a little bit different angle across the field than Vargas was expecting, and Vargas threw the ball deep into the end zone as opposed to the crossing angle. That's where the misconnection was.
Troy Westwood has accounted for Winnipeg's only points. 1 for 1. He goes for his second air from the 35. That looked a little wounded too. Willie ready to concede right about now. 20,863 on hand at Winnipeg Stadium for Winnipeg's first Friday night football match. Friday night football live from Winnipeg Stadium. A little more life in the Bombers until Westwood missed his second field goal of the night. So they turn it right back to the Tiger Cats and Mike Colley. Good play action fake to Anderson. It opens up for Colley. He has Thornton. Had it set up nicely there. Colley had an opportunity to run and just fired to Thornton at the last second.
Now, is it the hold or the kick? Because I know when I held, it was always there. It was always the kicker. Well, the snap was high, and Bob Cameron handled it perfectly. Even had the threads headed towards the goalpost. That's just a miss on Westwood's part. Now, if you asked Ridgway, he would say it was always the hold.
Ticats pick up 17. Morreale makes his first catch. About halfway to a first down. Colley is gaining confidence with every down out there. Interesting to watch.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Colley seems to really be a different quarterback than before this game started. The play previous to this, a play-action fake, actually pulled some of the halfbacks in, pulled it out, and hit Thornton on the crossing route. And here, good first down completion, 6-yard, 5-yard gain. Now he's in second medium.
About 4 yards short for the first down. Had the big eyes on that one, Dave. Looked like there was a big hole, and it closed in quickly.
Well, they had this one shut completely down. He hoped to bootleg like he'd done 2 plays previous. Battle actually thought it was a running play. Comes back and gets in on the tackle. He missed the tackle there, but he was fooled by the run fake, and that's what they got on the first play. The defensive end didn't bite on it that time, and they sewed him in.
Just the one touchdown in Winnipeg. Ticats have it in a 15-4 lead.
Downfield, hands are in, hands are in.
Not much of a charge on us Palmerston as Dexter Dawson drops a flag and finds a seam. It's up to Ozzie to slow him down. He tried to roll underneath him, but it was enough to get Dexter a little bit of time and a great return.
You know, if you're Jeff Reinbold right now, you got to be thinking this. You haven't played very well offensively all game. It's only 15-4. It's just an 11-point football game. You're getting some field position out of Dexter Dawson. You have a great chance to win this football game in a game you played pretty poorly. And the credit has to go to that Winnipeg defense, who have been in some tough situations and responded.
48-yard return by Dexter Dawson.
Well, he's had a super night tonight. There he breaks a tackle, and then the rest of the boys get in on the blocking.
Alford's second catch of the ball game. Big first down Winnipeg, and a couple of good hits on Alford. Now Vargas on a bit of a roll.
Well, this game, so much rides with the emotion back and forth. Dexter Dawson makes the big return. Somebody else wants to step up and make a play. Here, Alford, we hadn't seen him going there all day, and now he's running with reckless abandon.
13-yard gain. Bombers at the Ticat 29 all of a sudden. Vargas standing in. And another strike. Turhan O'Bannon's first catch of the ball game.
Now they're staying in the no-huddle offense right now, and this is allowing Vargas to keep the same defense. Basically, Glenn Suter alluded to it earlier, to lock the defense in to a certain extent. Only a minimal amount of calls you can get to here, Glenn.
Well, the safety's got to call it on the fly, so Hitchcock's going to go with the simple calls, and he's going to try and keep everyone assignment-wise knowing what they're doing. He doesn't want any confusion, so Rob Hitchcock's calling cover 3 the whole way down the field, and Chris Vargas knows it.
If you didn't hear the whistle, there was one, and that play was dead before it began. O'Bannon gets another 16 yards for the Bomber total, and Winnipeg has suddenly come to life. Not only the football team, but this stadium.
Now, this stadium's been sitting on the edge of their seat waiting to have something to cheer about. They got a little excited about the return that Dexter Dawson made earlier for a touchdown that was called back, and once again, Dexter stepped up and lit a fire in this crowd.
Now, what signal could that be? See you later for one in the bar? Yeah, Joe goes, you're buying.
I'm sure it hinges completely on whether he gets the ball in the end zone right here.
Well, Vargas, a hot hand on this sequence. Ronald Williams, another marker, another hold.
Normally when the umpire throws it, you're going to get a holding call.
Holding, Winnipeg number 60.
That's the center, Dave Ancona.
Here's Dave Ancona right here at the center. Working on Mike Philbrick initially, and no question Philbrick can't get away. He's got his hands on the outside of those shoulder pads.
First and 20. Back at the Ticats, 22 now. Big heat on Vargas, steps up. What a bullet! Down the goal line and touchdown! Turhan O'Bannon, first touchdown as a Blue Bomber. And finally, the booster buggy can roll around Winnipeg Stadium. The Bombers are in the end zone.
Super catch by Turhan O'Bannon. He's in harm's way here, Glenn, but he goes up and makes the catch for his quarterback. And when you're struggling at quarterback, boy, you love to see a guy do this for you.
Well, it really is. I talked to the Bomber coaching staff before the game, and they talked about Turhan O'Bannon being real pumped up to get back into this football game. Last year, he only played 4 games for the Bombers. He was in camp with Winnipeg.
My first one, baby, yeah.
And you can see how pumped up he is to be back in this game and back with the Bombers.
Watch where Turhan O'Bannon ends up. This is an area where you really don't like the ball thrown high to you. Watch him go get it.
Oh, this is a minefield. Rob Hitchcock tried to play the ball and missed it.
Super job by Vargas to step up in the pocket.
Two Ticats also collided.
And I think that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers may have got away with one. Joe Mumford was coming off the edge working on Craig Hendrickson. Oh, is that a hold?
No. He just ran him right around the corner, and a super job by Vargas to step up in that pocket. That offensive line has done a good. The hold is when you drag a man down. As long as he hooks the arm in there himself, in that sequence, he hooks the arm under on the rip. As long as you don't drag the man down and keep your hands placed in the same position and run him by the pocket, not a hold.
How about a tale of 2 halves for the Bomber quarterback? 2 of 11 Vargas first half, 8 of 13, most of it on that drive for 121 yards third quarter. 22-yard strike to Turhan O'Bannon, and it's a 4-point ball game with a monster kickoff, chasing Ruffin all the way back into the end zone. A 3-point game now. Westwood unloaded one.
Well, think Troy had a little stored up from that short field goal he missed just a little while ago because he hammered this kick.
A 90-yard kickoff. A minute 30 to go, third quarter. We were talking about the confidence that Cawley had built up. All of a sudden, his opponents, Chris Vargas, has a little bit after that drive. So now it'll be pretty interesting.
Well, now he's got to put some stock into that confidence that he's gotten over the last couple of quarters and see if he can step up for this team.
Oh, good fake. But it didn't fool all the Bombers.
Football is a game of emotion, and it swings both ways. A couple of big plays, one touchdown, and now defensively you are pumped up. To a man, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have now regained the momentum in this football game.
And credit number 5, Dexter Dawson, for kickstarting them a second time.
Gain is 2, second and 8. Ticats near the 35. Cawley goes to the shotgun. That one is batted down. I don't know who got a hand on it, but it's 2 and out for the Tiger Cats. Momentum has shifted dramatically. Noga is celebrating down there, and he was definitely in the area.
Junior Tongawai and Colin Scribner were in the middle. It was Junior Tongawai who got his hand up and knocked that one down.
Dawson would like to create a little more magic. Osbaldiston standing back inside his 25. Tough to hear in here. Good kick by Ozzie. Dawson takes it on one hop. Little spin move. And he's surrounded.
You know, before the kick, you could sense it in the crowd here that they were just waiting for Dexter Dawson to get his hands on the ball, and he made a nice play there to cut the ball off.
Talked about Vargas in the first half. He was awful. He's recovered a bit. 10 of 24, still under 500, but he had a great run on that drive. At one point tonight, he was 0 for 8.
Now the Hamilton defense has had some opportunity on the sideline now to go over 2 or 3 defensive calls if Vargas stays in the hurry-up. So you may see a little difference in this series.
Williams, a better run this time. In behind Hendrickson for 1. That's the end of the third quarter. We've got a ball game. It's a 3-pointer as we send you back to CFL Friday Night Football Control.
Friday Night Football, live at the quarter, is brought to you by Midas for new, longer-lasting carbon metallic brake pads.
Welcome back to our control studio. Rod Smith with Obie, Les, and Marty. Yeah, we do have a ball game, not just because it's getting closer, but when you get some of those sticks, you want to be a quarterback in pro football? Man, this is not an easy business, Les.
Well, you know what? Defense set up this good football game. Just remember that. Defense set up this good football game. Now, we're going to take a look at and hear some of these great hits. Now, this one is on Joe Munford. Joe Munford comes from the outside. This guy is an awesome football player. Listen to this. Now, Marty, doesn't that get you excited? Now,
that's rather violent.
Wait, we have one more coming up. It's not done yet. We're going to show you another one on Mike Cawley.
Okay.
But this one was so good, too. Listen, listen, listen.
The only way that could be better is if that was Marty carrying the ball.
Oh, nice, nice. Now we're getting, okay, come on.
Take your gloves off, come on.
Now we're getting mean.
Excellent. Well, I mean, we've got a close football game now, and I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Rod, if I'm Don Southern right now, I'm worried not only about losing the game at this very moment, but also losing my job, because I don't think that he's going to come out with his job if they lose, and I think with the momentum switching, I think they're going to lose.
Well, Marty, let's wait a minute. Now, they got the win in the fourth quarter, and there's a whole quarter to be played. And it's going to be up to Mike Colley to get some offense going for him because they should get good field position with the win in the fourth quarter.
So somber for Don Southern. Hey, his team's in it, leading by 4. We still have a quarter of football to play. Back to Winnipeg Stadium we go and rejoin the guys.
Actually, it's a 3-point lead at 15-12 after that 90-yard single by Troy Westwood. And that's a huge play all of a sudden. 3 points. Field goal ties it.
And I agree with Les Brown. This has been a defensive struggle, and the defenses have set up this close ball game. 2 good defensive efforts, and Chris Vargas now standing on the sidelines, and Kevin McDougal is coming to the ball game.
Did he get hurt? Or is this the hook?
I don't understand this move. If he's hurt, then I understand it, but if he's not hurt, I don't understand.
I mean, that was a marvelous drive, and he was passing perfectly, especially on the touchdown. Little option play as they try to get Williams around the corner. Bombers had a big third quarter, and it changes the complexion slightly. 10 yards, 168 Winnipeg. Bombers have turned it over 4 times and are back within 3. -1 on the option play.
And that's why Chris Vargas was on the sideline.
To run the
McDougal to run the option play. Joe Powell thought coming out of a quarter, he could change quarterbacks and maybe get him on an option play, but as it turned out, McDougal didn't run it very well. He didn't attack the cover guy or the outside contain guy, and he just rallied to the pitch.
Yeah, I thought he just pitched that early. He just got rid of it, and then when that happens, the defense can just flow to the running back.
Bombers are trying to do something, sneaking Boyko back on the field. Count the heads out there. Alan Boyko came off and tried to sneak back on.
They're missed.
Yeah, it's kind of like that red alert play or whatever they called it.
No, that's a long walk right there when you've forgotten what special team.
Everybody accounted for. Cameron boots it away. The return for Wilhite. Bombers should have gotten an Academy Award for this the other day. They call this Dirty Red. The Canadian rifle fired to Craig Battle for a first down in a key situation.
And he was so open because Bob Cameron threw a balloon out there.
Wait a minute, that looked all right.
There was similar confusion down here as Boyko came off. He dragged the Tiger Cat to the sidelines with him.
Well, you knew they were prepared for it.
Well, they were at least expecting something. Colley has it open up for him. Good pump fake. Has about 8.5.
Don Southern's instructions to Mike Colley before the Toronto game was to run first and pass second. And I'm sure for the most part that hasn't changed much.
Well, I think he's graduated to another level, though. I think Colley's done some good things throwing the football, and this is a good decision he makes here. He does pull it down and run with it, and he's only about 2 yards short of the first down.
Well, it really is. I mean, he's got great running ability. He had over 100 yards rushing in that Toronto game, so if he can get a seam, pick up 8 on first down, that's a good decision, definitely.
Small delay with an injury timeout far side of the field. Bergthorpe, Ticat wide receiver, being attended to.
Well, this is a guy that can ill afford to lose. He's tied with Mike Morreale as the leading receiver on the team, and he had the touchdown catch earlier, made a nice move to get in the end zone, and this is a guy that Mike Colley has developed a little bit of rapport with. Not real deep over there. I guess Andrew Grigg will probably come in to fill his slot, but this is a core of receivers that are really banged up right now.
Absolutely. And Bert Thornton, at the current pace of the receivers for Hamilton, was the only Hamilton receiver that was going to get close to 1,000 yards receiving this year. So
closing in on 100 tonight, 3 for 73 and the touchdown.
Well, with Prince Wimley out and Ted Long out, you know, the problems for Don Southern mount. Now, you know, the panel was talking about Don Southern losing his job if they lose this game. Now, my opinion is that's a bad move. Now, you've got your starting quarterback on the bench. You've lost 2 starting wide receivers, now 3 in this game. I mean, makes it tough for a head coach. And I mentioned it earlier, if you fire Don Southern, you fire a defensive coordinator, a defensive back, and a coach, and a head coach. It's a lot of positions to fill.
Second down, Morreale converts for a first down, Tiger Cats. Hamilton leading by 3 at 15-12. Just nicely into the fourth quarter at Winnipeg Stadium on Friday Night Football. 7 yards for Mike Morreale.
Nice throw here by Mike Colley. He just steps to the left. Little out route by Mike Morreale and sticks the ball on him. Real good throw, good authority on the throw.
First down, Tiger Cats. Stegall leads the receivers. He was big on the touchdown drive for Winnipeg. Bill Stegall. Now it's Colley's turn. 1st and 10. Just shy of the Winnipeg 50. Amerson. Flags down.
It's coming
by Noga.
It's coming back. Winnipeg was coming with the short halfback blitz. Shannon Garrett came off the corner from the short side.
Holding Hamilton 54.
Blaine Schmidt playing his 174th consecutive game tonight. That's a nice little story there. He'd rather forget about the holding.
Working there on Junior Tongoai. When you send the secondary blitz, sometimes those offensive linemen are in a bit of a panic to try and pick up their man.
25 penalties called tonight. 1st and 20. Colley has to run for his life. Throw it out of bounds.
Well, I think Grimner caught the ball as he was going out of bounds, and they're going to give him the ball.
I think he did. I think Colin Scribner caught that and kept his feet in bounds.
Colley couldn't make up his mind whether to throw the ball away or eat it, and at the last minute, I don't know whether the ball slipped out of his hand or just flipped it, but Colin Scribner makes a heck of a catch pursuing the quarterback.
This will hurt the Tiger Cats, and it'll hurt Colley's confidence.
Well, now, wait a minute. No, they're saying it's no catch. I mean, here it comes. Now, Colin Scribner is number 92. He's going to catch. Watch this. He catches the ball right there and keeps his foot in bounds. That's a bad call by the official. You only need 1 foot in the CFL. Colin Scribner was in bounds.
Penalty number 26.
Whoa, they missed one there.
Should be Winnipeg ball.
Absolutely.
See it there.
You know, the field judge, I believe that's who was on that side of the field, made the call and gave Winnipeg the football and evidently got overruled.
Illegal procedure. Hamilton 64.
That's Pete Shorts for holding.
Now watch this. Look at this foot right in here. That's Colin Scribner. He has the football, and that foot right there is in bounds. You only need 1. Whoa.
Now, if we can keep this running, let's see what the referee does here.
What do you do on 2nd and 41? Well, this works a little bit. Almost. Out to midfield. Dean Noel. And the Bombers weren't expecting that. It won't be a first down, but it gets the Ticats out of a deep hole and gets them back with a chance to regain field position.
Well, yeah, that's the key right there, field position. I mean, Colin Scribner intercepts that ball on the 30-yard line. Now, Dexter Dawson's going to go line up on his own 5-yard line. You guys do the math.
You add that up
10,
for me, will you?
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 70-yard switch.
It's a bunch of yards, you're right. Osbaldiston.
Hands in now, hands are in now.
And he tries to keep it away from Dexter and does. Rolling it out nicely about the 11-yard line. Don Southern got away with one, we think. Ticats hang on to a 15-12 lead on Friday Night Football.